I'm a black man everywhere I go. You don't have to tell me because I already know when I pull up to the stoplight and I look back and you four car lengths behind me just because I'm black. How you think that makes me feel? How you think it makes me feel when you see a black man you think I rob and kill and steal and I'm about the dirt and you think I live my life trying to get somebody else hurt? Okay, I'm just saying a little rap I remember I have written when I was younger. And no matter what in life, you know what? I was listening to one of my favorite YouTubers, um, okay, PGS. How I said, like I said, I always like listening to BGS. Very informative, very informational. I like those terms. And he was talking about um, being in Africa and not having to think about um, racial identity, like just being with people who don't look at you as, oh, he's a black man. They just see you as you. And it made me think, really. I mean, I always think about it, and I don't know what people believe, but I don't really want to get into the science of it, but I may have to, but I'm not. Race, the term race is like, I guess, species or breed, but it connotates separation, and people are tribal. People want to be around people that look like them. I understand that, but the term race is a construct. Um, because if you think about species, there's one species of human. Now there are different phenotypes, but genetically we are way more alike than different, and we can all procreate and recreate with each other. I say recreate because maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're just reincarnating. You know, we're just straight because but I get too sciencey. I'll stop. But you get the point. You are sharing genetic material, and it's always going to exist no matter what. You can destroy it, but the atoms, the elements of it, will just reconfigure in a different way. So you're always eternal. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, the term race is a construct. So race is not real, but racism is. What do you mean by that? People is you call it tribalism, you call it caste, you can call it apartheid, you can call it what you want. Most people are worried about genetic survival, meaning they want to win the lack of resources race. They want to be in control and feel safe. And when you feel safe, when you have power, when you have power, you can influence things and you can make it shape the world into the way you want to be. And there are so many people who are indoctrinated into a certain system that will hate you just because of how you look. They will hate you because you're white or you're black or you're Asian or I don't function like that. However, I'm always against oppression. I don't want to see other people oppressed. I don't want to be oppressed. I'm also against unfairness. However, I want people to make the choices that are best for them. If you're not receiving love from the group that you feel that you associate with, then who are you to not get love when you can get it? And that's what most people don't understand. Um, if you want power for a group or you want power, then coordinate with that group and work with them. But me, I don't function through the drama. I don't function through you telling me to hate. Listen, if somebody hates me and I know it, I will separate from them. But if this person shows me love, I will show them love. I don't have to be openly super trusting to love people. I mean, love is just appreciation for someone else's existence in my and the way that I define it. And I can break it down more. Is a we can say is attraction, appreciation, altruism, affection, and admiration. It could be all different type of things that compile the term love. But really, why I'm saying all this is, if we can get past, which is hard because most people are programmed to trust what looks like them, if we can get past hating someone else's existence because you fear for your own, then you can grow as an individual. But it seems like a lot of people can't get past that. They want to live in a state of perpetual hate. They want to live in a situation or a world um, of how can I can maintain power, be it men over women, being one group over another group. And at this time, we all know who has the most power when it comes to military is America. And when you think of American, do you look at a black man and say that's an American, or do you look at somebody else, other group? And you get the point I'm making. We don't, even though we want a quote unquote multicultural, multi-ethnic country, at least they say they do, amalgamation, integration, and maybe it's plausible and it's possible, and maybe it's going to happen. Of course, it's going to happen. However, the point is, you still have these people that are unhappy in want the world to look the way they want it to look, and they're going to force their ideologies and what they want on other people. Me, I don't do that. Of course, a lot of people don't agree with me, and maybe I'm coming from the point of weakness. Maybe I'm the delusional dumb one when I say I love people, no matter where they come from, as long as they show me respect and dignity, I will show you respect and dignity. Now, I can still suspect you of being malicious to my group or people that are like me, and people choose people. They group of people due to their sexual preferences, due to their religious views, due to their political ideology. Like I say, I've seen a lot of men and women, especially when I meet, but I have friends that always let me know about the lady saying, "If you voted for Trump, don't talk to me." And I'm like, that's so ludicrous. But then again, maybe they know they can't control and just try to understand people, so they're like, okay, I don't want to be with them because they don't see it my way. But I think that that's how you grow. Listen, if you voted for an insect, a little bug, um, I was like, you like dogs, we can't be friends. Listen, I'm allergic to cats, but I be around people that have cats all the time. Um, I'm not. I have a certain way I like to do things, but I can kick with somebody who doesn't like to do what I like to do. I can also hang with people that are not as um, what's the term to say, open-minded as I am. 'Cause I'm extremely open-minded outside of me, and not in my life, but outside of me, Charles is open. So what you saying, huh? No, I'm joking. But I think that's the biggest problem is people uh, want to, instead of trying to see the humanity in others, we want to separate them and call them demons and devils and evil and enemy. And maybe they are your enemy. Maybe you do perceive them as that. And I'm not saying that if you believe in something that doesn't exist. I'm just saying think about the things that you're saying. And if you want a world of peace, then you got to promote peace. But most people don't promote peace. They promote war and hatred and dissension and separation. And I listen. I've always said it to my people. It's great if you want to say we're a nation of people, but you need to establish a nation. And how do you do that? I don't have the answer to that. My thing is, you got to do like every other group has done, I guess, but that's not the best way. They take over other people, and they 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 do harmful things to them. They try to seize other people's existence. I'm not for that. I'm not saying that it's not points in life where you have to defend, and a life will be lost along the way of defending and protecting. But if there's resources, why are you trying to take somebody else's resources? Why not share it? But it's hard for people. Most people are selfish. Most people don't trust other people. Most people see people that are not analogous to them in their own agenda, and they leave them alone. And me, I'm rambling a little bit, but I'm not trying to change people. I mean, I want you to grow in your consciousness. But if you don't think like me, then stay on your side of the planet, which could be 300 feet from me. I don't care. Just don't try to change my world, because I will leave, but I will not let somebody stop me from doing what I want to do. And that's just how I think. And I don't think people want it like I want it. And I'm just saying that in any which way you want to take it. But you don't want it with me. Oh, I'm joking. But the point overall is, man, we have to get past these constructs or understand what they are. I'll say again, race isn't real, but racism is. And you can call it a caste system, you can call it whatever you want, but and people try to break it down to a certain situation. Now, let me break it down. If you don't like a group, or you're prejudiced, you're prejudging them, but if you hate them and you try to do everything to stop their survival, then I guess we can call that. But it got to go to an ethnic group or a cultural group or a nation or a group of people of similar phenotypes. And that's racism, because you can't just, some things are not really racism because some groups are not racist. You know what I mean? If you just dislike Christians with strong passion, that's not racism. That's prejudice against Christians. If you dislike Muslims, now that's a religious group. That's a you can't say, oh, they're being racist against Muslims. No, they're being prejudiced against Muslims. Now, you could say when you don't like white people and you stop them from achieving any goal they want, which in any which way is an act of oppression, and you could say that's uh, racism. If you go and kill a certain ethnic culture phenotype group that you believe based on their appearance is what you're against, then that's racism. It's the difference between prejudice and racism. Prejudice means I just have a belief and I stick with it and I prejudge you. So that's prejudice, prejudgment. But racism is it's like an ideology. You shouldn't exist, and I would do anything to end your existence based on your phenotype or your cultural, pretty much. And I shouldn't say culture, but it's more your phenotype or your ethnic origin or my perceived belief of your ethnic origin. Because I could really be Arabic. I could really be, from some Saudi country. And he'd be like, "What, he looks black." I'm black. I'm straight black. Don't get it twisted. But I just think that I just needed to say this. I'm not going too long. I don't know what people will think about what I'm saying. It's not really to push buttons. And I'm always ready for any vitriol that comes my way, or venom or spew or hate. It matters not. Because, you're just another person like me with an opinion. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I wouldn't. But I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Why do you think like that? That's how I think. Why do you think like that? Why do you say such things? You shouldn't say these things against me. I'm joking. You shouldn't say these things. Oh, why did you say it to me? All right, people. I hope you feel great. Remember, race isn't real, but racism is. That's my statement. I'm going to stay with it. And I love to hear other people's opinion. And I'm done. Have a great one.